this draft lottery
Mm.
because it did happen. And while you're playing, I should have pulled it up, but I did not. But I do know who got the number one pick,
Yep.
and it's the Atlanta Hawks.
Typical.
Typical?
Yes.
Like,
Typical as fuck.
I don't think that's typical. Why do you say typical?
Because you know how I feel. You know how I feel about this lottery.
But why would they rig it though? To help the Hawks of all teams.
It's not even about it helping the Hawks as much as it is more of like a. I don't agree with this sentiment, but the overarching thing is, oh, this is a weak draft class. This is the weakest one in X, Y, and Z. This is a role player heavy draft. So
did you see that report or somebody like a league exec or somebody who was like anonymous, of course? They were like, if you draft the number one pick, it's the same thing as drafting Tobias Harris number one.
That's fucking crazy. I did not hear that, but that's an insane thing to say.
That's Tobias like, what you say for me for?
No, I'm saying that's a crazy stray. I know what I've been seeing was like this year's number one pick is going to feel like the average 6th or 7th pick. I did see that. But when it comes to Atlanta Hawks, I'll say this: not necessarily just Atlanta Hawks, but a team like the Atlanta Hawks, this would be the perfect time to give them a number one pick, where you already have your quote unquote centerpiece. You're not drafting somebody to save a franchise, and this is supposed to be one of the most ultimate role player draft. It would make sense for the Atlanta Hawks to be somewhere in the mix. Now, I didn't think they were going to be number one. But I know exactly who wasn't going to be number one, and it was going to be fucking Detroit. I knew that. I knew that coming in because the people with the team with the worst record in the league is never going to get the number one draft pick, and it hasn't happened in 6 years.
And there was like, I saw a lot of people, Detroit fans, complaining like, "Oh my gosh, we never get the number one. We have 5 back-to-back." And I'm just like,
you had one.
Y'all had the number one pick with K. That was a couple of years ago,
2021 to be exact.
And then on top of that, you had 2 number 5 picks. Like this, those are good picks. What are you doing? Like stop complaining. Y'all need to. It's time for them to lock in and be better now. Like start building, bro.
Why are you complaining?
Y'all have cornerstones. Y'all have good players. Y'all just suck for some reason. Y'all got to lock in.
Ain't no some reason. We know the reason. Your front office is ass. Your front office don't know what it needs to be doing. I remember last year when we did the NBA lottery thing, and this was back before Wemby was like, "Oh, I got a good feeling the Spurs are gonna get the number one pick." Before it even happened, we ain't gotta talk about that. But it's like I remember when we had got the 4th pick, and the Spurs got the number one pick, and for like all of 45 to like 90 seconds, I felt some type of way of like, damn, bro, we missed out on Wemby. And then I saw a tweet that really just sobered me up and made me lock in. He was like, the Rockets got the number 2, number 3, and number 4 draft pick. If they cannot improve with those draft picks, that is a front office issue. Y'all got bigger things to worry about than what y'all got going on right now. Into Detroit, I treat y'all like the Cleveland Browns when they started drafting all them goddamn quarterbacks. Y'all cannot tell me every single quarterback that y'all drafted was a bust, was ass, was X, Y, and Z. Either y'all suck or y'all suck at development. Like
I think a little bit about
with
the Browns.
Exactly. But all of those didn't hit. Just like with the Detroit Pistons. We do not even know how, to this day, we be having conversations on the pod. We do not know how good Cade Cunningham is because y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing. And y'all
don't know. And y'all don't know who to surround him with. Y'all don't like.
And y'all got the audacity to open up y'all mouth talking about we want Wemby. Y'all want this. Y'all want a number one pick.
Wemby would have averaged 12 points and 4 rebounds.
You know what I'm saying? You better be grateful for a Sarge Thompson, nigga. The fuck is y'all niggas talking about? You better be glad you got a Thompson twin that knows what he's doing and is thriving regardless of whatever's happening. Y'all don't even know what the fuck y'all was doing with Jaden Ivey. Y'all have Jalen Duren. He's a good player. He's legit a good player. Lock the fuck in. I don't feel bad about y'all having another lottery pick. And for this pick, y'all was the main ones, Detroit fans. I was talking about this is gonna be a weak draft class anyway. So why the fuck would you want the number 1 pick anyway? It's not gonna save your franchise.
Nothing's gonna save the franchise until y'all get a better front office. Exactly. But to continue naming the top picks, or rather the lottery.
Okay.
So to round out the lottery, because like I said, Atlanta has the number 1 pick. Washington has number 2. Houston has the number 3 pick, which they got from Brooklyn. San Antonio is number 4. Detroit's number 5. Charlotte 6. Portland 7. San Antonio again is at 8. They got that pick from Toronto. Memphis is 9. Utah's 10. Chicago's 11. OKC is 12. They got that pick from the Rockets.
Yep.
Sacramento is 13. And Portland is 14. And they got that pick from Golden State. I am, as an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, I've told Greg this multiple times. I don't care who they draft. I don't want them to use a pick. I still think they have too many good players, bro. And people are like, oh, that's a good problem. I don't want problems in general. A good problem is still a problem. I don't want a problem.
Hey, that's fire. It's a fire line. A good problem is still a problem.
Like, I don't want problems, so it is what it is. See, they're still in the playoffs right now, so I don't even really care about that for real. I don't care about that draft for real. Yeah. But Memphis with the 9 pick, I think they could really, yes, we said this is a role player draft, but Memphis, they're a good team. They just happen to have Ja hurt. So if they could get a nice role player at 9, they could cook. Same with San Antonio, because they got 2 top 8 picks. They could really do something. One of them picks probably going to be a guard. Absolutely. I mean, it has to be a guard. And then the other pick, I'm not sure. The other pick, I guess, obviously a wing, but get them players with shooting, players with talent. They could do something. Them I can sneak into playing.
Yeah. Just this is a perfect draft for the San Antonio Spurs because you're going to leave out there with a guard, whether it be and I think all consensus is leading back to them probably getting Rob Dillingham, which is going to be crazy.
I honestly don't think so. I don't think because I feel like he's small and Wemby's going to be able to make up for his lack of defense because I think he was only 6'1" and 160 pounds, literally, which is crazy. But I think they're going to want somebody who's more of a pass first guy. I think they're going to try to get that Nikola Topic, because there's more and more Nicolas coming in the draft. The draft is going to be Nicolas and Jalen's, but Nikola Topic, he's coming in. He's a point guard. He can't really shoot, but he's a passer. He wanted them. He from over there, so he can pass.
The nigga said he from over there,
bro. He from over. I don't know which one. He from over there, and all of them can pass. So
he from over there is crazy. But
so I think that's who they're gonna get, unless they trade for Trae Young.
They're not doing that.
What do you think? Atlanta has the number 1 pick, and they have a good problem because they have the number 1 pick. They have a star in Trae Young. They have a star in DeJounte Murray.
Ain't nothing good about that. You just named some shit. There was nothing good about that.
Bro, stop. Trae Young is good. DeJounte is good. Having the number 1 overall pick is good. But what do you think Atlanta's going to do? Because they can't keep all of those. All three of those players will not be on the roster opening day. So what do you think they're going to do?
I ain't gonna
lie.
They
got a log jam.
You said that, and then Atlanta hey, yo, watch this. Watch this.
Honestly, you might not even be wrong, bro. You might not even be wrong.
Bro, you see what they was doing on the football side of that city? Anything's possible right now, nigga. I don't want to. What they should do.
They're gonna draft Rob Dillingham.
That's fucking now that's crazy. But what they should do is get DeJounte Murray up out of there. Get Clint Capella up out of there.
They've been trying to get Clint Capella out. This is just not happening, bro.
He could have been out there 2 years ago.
They've been dying. They've been dying to get him out of there.
That's Indiana's Miles Turner right there. They've been begging to get this man up out of here. That should have happened 2 years ago. Y'all need to go ahead and get Alexander Sarr, and continue to kind of fill around. What I know they're probably not going to do is trade the pick. I just don't think they're going to trade that pick. I think they're going to use that pick. Trae Young is young enough to go through a small rebuild because it's the Eastern Conference. It's not going to take forever. They was just in the play-in. It's not going to take them forever to get back into playoff contention. They are the definition.
They was in the Eastern Conference Finals a couple of years, even before that.
Yeah, and I consider that an outlier, but it happened. At the end of the day, it still happened. You need to get rid. I don't know if Sadiq Bey is still on that team. Get that nigga up out of there too. Y'all just need to clean house, bro, and just stop holding on to players that are not going to do anything for y'all. And just kind of rebuild around Trae Young. Stop treating Trae Young like he's Luka Doncic, and giving him pieces that just don't make sense for him. But yeah,
I think you had said it in an earlier podcast. Like once they got to the Eastern Conference Finals, it was sort of like a mistake for them because they tried to like accelerate their rebuild.
Yeah,
or they not even accelerate their rebuild. They tried to act like we've arrived already.
Like, no, you're not.
You weren't.
You're supposed to keep building. You were supposed to just flip some players, get some people back. Like, you know what I mean? That's the time when you start doing. You start, experimenting a little bit and saying, "Oh, I wonder what Tobias Harris was like on this roster instead of who y'all had before, instead of DeAndre Hunter or whatever." And I don't even like Tobias Harris like that.
I guess.
No, like I don't. Like I said, I don't like.
I get what you're saying. Though.
But just doing certain moves, like okay, like keep elevating instead of we're gonna do this. We're gonna run it. No, we're not running shit back. Do something else. And this is why you're back here. And I looked at their overall record, like career wise, they are the definition of mid. I think they're a legit 500 team as a historic. Like historically, they are 500. So you need to grow.
That's sort of hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's sort of live, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Nothing live about that,
bro. That's hard, bro. Stop. Your whole entire I don't know how long they've been around, but that's hard, bro. Like I know they want to be better, but that's hard to be.
Nah. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't care what you say. That's hard.
You're not convincing me that that's a good thing. Oh, that's another good problem to have, huh?
Nah, it's a mid problem to have.
It's a mid problem. Mid issues. Yeah. But yeah.